Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hard Count podcast, and today we are going to be talking about the Chicago Bears and their quarterback situation and why to me it is a no-brainer to start rookie quarterback Justin Fields day one. Real quick though, before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button. YouTube has been telling me that only 5% of you guys watching these videos are subscribed, which is not enough. So thank you guys for that, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. The Chicago Bears have been without an elite quarterback for a long time now. In 2017, they used the second pick in the draft to select North Carolina quarterback Mitch Trubisky, and well, let's just say that has not gone to plan. So last year, they brought in Nick Foles, Super Bowl champ. Can he be the Bears' savior? Nope. That experiment failed miserably. Then, this offseason, they signed a quarterback, but it was Andy Dalton. So, Bears fans thought they were in for just another year of subpar quarterback play holding their team back. Until,
with the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
As you can see, the Chicago Bears drafted Justin Fields with the 11th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. And so Bears fans, you now once again have hope at the quarterback position, as Justin Fields is a very talented young player. But there have been some questions raised. When should Justin Fields start? Is he ready to play? Should the Bears start Andy Dalton until Justin Fields is ready? But in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why it is a no-brainer to start Justin Fields day one. The current odds of the Bears day one starter is as follows. Andy Dalton minus 220. He is the big favorite right now. Then Justin Fields follows at plus 250, and then Nick Foles plus 1600. So Andy Dalton is the big favorite. Now, I believe that is ridiculous. In the NFL, in my opinion, there are two reasons to start a veteran quarterback over a young and talented quarterback. Reason one being, the gap of play between the veteran and the young quarterback is sizably different right out of the gate. For example, if the Falcons drafted a quarterback at number 4 overall this year, they would be sitting behind Matt Ryan, because the gap of play between the young quarterback and Matt Ryan would be sizable to the point where starting the young rookie quarterback is not worth it. So, do the Bears fit this category? Is the gap between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields sizable to the point where starting Andy Dalton is worth it? And I say absolutely not. Both of these players are going to be hovering in my number 25 to number 35 range in my top 40 quarterback rankings that I'm going to be releasing later this offseason. And I would not be surprised if Justin Fields actually ends up higher on my quarterback rankings than Andy Dalton does. So to me, the Bears cannot justify starting Andy Dalton over Justin Fields by saying that the gap of play is large enough to the point where it is worth starting Andy Dalton. So, reason one does not apply to the Bears. Now what about reason two? The second reason a team would start a veteran quarterback over a rookie quarterback is that even if the gap is small, as currently constructed, the team is a Super Bowl contender, and the small difference in play is worth keeping the better player in, because there's no reason to change anything. So, do the Bears fit this category? And sorry, Bears fans, but no. The Bears are not currently Super Bowl contenders with Andy Dalton. They do not have a roster that can win a Super Bowl with subpar quarterback play. They are currently missing upside at quarterback that could make them Super Bowl contenders. So in my opinion, the Bears do not fit either criteria to justify starting the veteran in Andy Dalton over the young rookie in Justin Fields. Now, remember how I just mentioned that the Bears are missing the upside at quarterback they need to be Super Bowl contenders. This is where I think Justin Fields comes in, because the Bears are not gaining anything by starting Andy Dalton. He's a veteran quarterback that is going to limit the offensive system and limit its upside. And the Bears are just going to go out there and have another mediocre season with Andy Dalton. The Bears currently are in a spot where they need something to push them over the edge, something that pushes them from being a decent team that might make the playoffs to a team that is in Super Bowl contention. And that is what I think Justin Fields is for the Bears. Justin Fields has the ability to push the Bears into Super Bowl contention due to his special talents, his big time arm, his ability to extend plays with his legs, and be accurate all over the field. Justin Fields brings elite upside to this Bears offense that Andy Dalton does not bring, and in turn gives the Bears Super Bowl upside for both this year and the years to come that Andy Dalton just does not bring to the table. The Bears quarterback situation this year reminds me a lot of the Chargers last year. Think about their situation. They had Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert. Tyrod Taylor, the veteran who was seen as having the high floor, low ceiling, or Justin Herbert, who was seen as having the lower floor but the higher ceiling. Week 1, the Chargers chose to go with Tyrod Taylor and let Justin Herbert develop. Tyrod Taylor got injured week 2, and Herbert came in, and we know what happened from there. Herbert excelled and is the Chargers' future. Starting Tyrod Taylor for a season, the majority of the season, was not going to help the Chargers in any way. Throwing Justin Herbert out there is what they needed to do. That is what they did, and look where we are now. So that situation reminds me a lot of the situation with the Bears this year. Justin Fields is maybe the lower floor guy with the tremendous upside, while Andy Dalton is the slightly higher floor guy with the lower upside. We saw how starting the young and talented rookie worked out for the Chargers last year, and I think we could be seeing the same thing here with Justin Fields in Chicago. So Bears, what is there to gain from starting Andy Dalton? Nothing. Throw the talented rookie in there day 1, let him learn, let him gain experience, and give Justin Fields the opportunity to be special.